Yes, 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 Synergy. Yes, Atlanta. We are back with our edition of Queens. Yes, we are talking to Queens. And what's the irony that both of them, okay, both of our guests for today came from the UK, from Britain to be exact, right? Or have lived there, by way of Jamaica or vice versa. But nonetheless, we're speaking with some British queens, not Elizabeth today, but some royalty nonetheless. And for this part of our show, Synergy, we have none other than dancer, musician, and daughter of the Crown Prince of Reggae, the late, great Dennis Brown. Greetings, 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 and welcome, Marla Brown, to our show.
So much, Andrea. More love to you for a warm welcome.
We are so excited to have you on today. So tell us about your foray into the industry. You started with dance.
Yeah, so I've been dancing professionally for 15 years. And so ballet, street and contemporary dance with my dance company, Unity UK. And I do a lot of theatre work here in London, and we tour a lot in Europe. I judge competitions, etc. And then I literally had a break after one of our theatre productions, and I went to Jamaica for a holiday, and they had a tribute show for Dad, and they asked me to perform. Now, I was already a fan of singing. I just didn't choose to sing because my love was dancing. And then, but I'd already written Here Comes the King for Dad, just because I just like writing. And I performed it for them in a medley of Dad songs, and everyone was like, oh, Marla, you should really start singing. This is your passion. This is your dream. And I was like, do you know what? I should give it a shot. And then I lived in Jamaica for 3 years.
Wow, what a story.
Yes, I've literally been able to tour my projects. I write my own music as well. So that was a joy to really just share my love and my passion for the arts. And yeah, here I am, just with you, get to share my work with your audience.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. This is so exciting. So you were just dancing and doing your thing and just kind of danced your way literally into your singing. I love it. I think that's beautiful.
I never saw it coming at all. Like, even now, sometimes I sit back and I think, I'm singing now, because even my dance family, they didn't, I used to sing, but they never saw it as another passion of mine, because I never really spoke about it. So it was only when I released Better Days, they were like, Marla, you sing.
Wow. So based on, having been singing, writing your own songs, having that legendary bloodline, what do you consider to be your musical mission?
Just to spread love. I come from a very loving foundation. So my mum is Yvonne Brown, who my dad has a label called Yvonne Special. So those two are like my dynamic duo. I always call them my dynamic duo because they're the epitome of love for me. So they used to write songs together, and so I've been raised within that environment. And for me, I like to write music of substance, something that will inspire anyone and everyone. There's so many different walks of life, and I like to just tell my truth. So I've had a lot of people that I've inspired by the words that I write. So my mission alone is to unite everyone in love and understanding. Nothing more, nothing. It's not about like monetary gain or living off my dad's legacy. It's solely purpose driven. I feel like my purpose in life is to communicate life and love and unity.
Oh, wow. What a beautiful message. Synergy, are you noticing the messages of love and unity that's coming through on our show? And we don't plan it. And all just one love every time coming through with our guests. We love it. We love it. We love it. Where music, business, culture, and love are synchronized. You're on with Marla Brown, the daughter of the great late Dennis Brown, who made her foray into the musical scene through dance. And Marla, what is that thing that you say or you do or you just know, and, you know, people or maybe just yourself will say, you know what, your daddy did that, or that's just distinctively, that core, that character is distinctively your father's. Is there something?
I do. That it's probably just my walk, because everyone says I look just like my dad. I'm his stamp. Obviously just a female version, but I'm always smiling, and my dad was always smiling. So they're just like, that's your dad, you're just like your dad. Or sometimes when I laugh, I chuckle in a lot of my songs. So that reminds a lot of people of my dad. But just that kind of charisma that I carry and the confidence, I'm very much like my dad.
Wow. I agree with the stamp. And I mean, I've only seen pictures, but I see it, and the smile, definitely, particularly that part of your face, the lower part, when you smile, yes, it's definitely.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you've also done quite a bit of ambassadorship. You're a reggae ambassador for women in reggae. You are the British Red Cross Safe Society, ambassador. What is the Reggae Ambassador for Women in Reggae, and what is the British Red Cross Society Ambassador? And tell us how you got involved in these seemingly very interesting opportunities.
So it's more like a humanitarian thing with the British Red Cross. So my single trigger focused on children of war, and my message for that was that, you know, children don't start wars, but they're always involved within it, and they're the ones that suffer. So they took me on to deliver a message as a form of representing. They've got an organisation called ICRC, which is the International Committee for the Red Cross. So I was commissioned to put something together visually as well, just provide content to deliver the message of, you know, these children are innocent and we really need to stop the war, because their innocent lives, you know, being affected, losing homes, losing their parents, for what gain, you know, and for whose gain? Government. So although I'm not extremely political, I vouch for the people, you know. And so that was a really nice project that I got to work on, and it was like full control of that, with the lyrical content and how I wanted to edit the video. That video was solely Red Cross archives. So it was nice to collaborate on that project. And with the Women in Reggae, I performed at Rotterdam Sunsplash. Earlier, I think that was 2016 I performed there. And I have a single called Survivor All Stars, and I was the first female reggae artist to do an all-female collaboration. And when I performed at Rotterdam Sunsplash, I was the only female on the bill and on the stage, the stage I performed on. So it was more of just representing womanhood, representing females within reggae that have a voice and that have a great message to deliver. And they asked me to be that, and I could not say no to that.
Wow.
Well, of truth and right.
That's huge.
Yeah. It's an honor and a privilege at the same time, because I'm still early in my career, but for people to hear the content of my lyrics and want me to do more with that alongside them, again, we're united within that to project a message. So that is a blessing and an honor.
Wow. And that is a blessing and an honor for those of us who you are serving and assisting through these projects as well, because representing, Rototom is, as you know, I've not been, but it's a huge, from everything that I've read, huge festival. And for you to be the only woman, prom, big up. And certainly, working with children of war, I mean, how much more love could you be showing than, the work that you're doing for these children? Like you said, they are truly the casualties and the prisoners, and the innocent bystanders of the foolishness that carries on. You might not be very political, Marla, but I am, and so I am firebun in the war. I am calling for peace all over the world. Yes, ma'am.
Because we are bigger than the system, and people just need to open their ears and open their eyes and really take a stand. There's a difference than just saying it and just saying agreeing with it. Really take action. And I'm someone that likes to take action and a stand in things, and that's, I use my voice as a tool. I'm a vessel of that, so it's only right.
A woman who understands her gifting and is using her platform to make change for others. All about the unity and the one love today, as we're talking with Marla Brown, daughter of the great late Dennis Brown, who's doing amazing things around the world through the music industry. Marla, there's so many things, and the overall industry, I mean, you're in the UK right now, and I'm in South Florida, and our listeners are in Atlanta, and online we also are in Kentucky and all over the globe. And I know that the music industry is in quite a bit of disruption in many ways, and it's a very exciting time. You've got, the indie stuff going on versus the labels, digital. Do we still print or press CDs? And vinyl is coming back, and how do we keep, copyrights, trademarks, royalties, and all of that? But what are some of the best things you think that are going on in the industry now?
So with technology, you've got the pros and cons. I mean, now you don't really need a label or a big-time empire backing you. You've got the people, and the people are the ones that make the noise. So just having that engagement and that personal interaction with somebody, they then can deliver your content to others. It's like word of mouth and numbers and streaming. That is great for, let's say, myself as an artist, because your music is getting spread within seconds, within minutes, and people are seeing it all over the world. So it's somewhat less work you have to do to feed the people the words that you're delivering. However, with the industry, they focus more on numbers rather than talent. With technology, you can visually see the artist and visually hear, not visually hear, you get to see the visuals of with the videos, and just was it like live? What's that live on Instagram? All of those things. It's much more personal. You're not hiding behind a physical CD. You get to really connect with the artist, and I think that's more important to me than systems. The systems are within us, and we can build from that. But at the same time, in terms of marketing, it's another platform when you're with labels and executives and all those big heads. I wouldn't say it's a challenge right now. As you said, it's very exciting because everyone can just be themselves. There's no judgment. You can wear what you want, sing what you want, close your eyes, but people fall in love with you. And I think that's really, really important, because you're not only being true to yourself, you're being true, honest, and vulnerable with your audience. And that in itself will speak volumes and get you further in life.
Wow. So, as you mentioned, being newer to the industry, but certainly having some great experiences thus far, part of the industry, we've heard from time to time there's some differences maybe with gender and maybe in some markets and those types of things. Do you see that? I mean, do you think that there are differences for women?
But you see that all over, you know. Times have changed now. Times have changed drastically. Women are now rising up. You know, their voices are being heard. Our voices are being heard. Sorry. And can you swear on here?
If you do, we'll bleep it out. It's okay.
We don't take no bull, you know. We don't. We've got a message and we've got a purpose, and we're not being acknowledged. We want to be acknowledged, and we're not going out without a fight, you know. I think women are now becoming more empowered. I would like to see more women come together rather than trying to battle it themselves. That would be nice to see, because I feel within the reggae community, I didn't see that, and that's why it was important for me to do that Survivor All-Stars track with my fellow sisters, just to show that I'm not someone that just speaks about unity, I act on it, you know, and I would like to see more of that. And sometimes we can be our worst enemy, our own worst enemy. But, yeah, I in the past, that story of men are superior, but then you have to think about, as a business, promoters and stuff, they don't really care for that. They think about monetary gain. Who's going to sell more tickets? Is it going to be the man or the woman? If you think about it, more women buy tickets than men. If they put a man on stage, they'll sell more tickets because it's more women that will fall in love and be like, oh my gosh, I love him. But those are changing now because there are some amazing female artists that are selling out bigger arenas than men. So times are changing, and now people are getting with the times and appreciating the talent of females and appreciating the message that they have. And, yeah, they just rock on.
I get girl power, black girl magic, reggae music, Jamaican women music magic. I'm calling it. And
barriers are now being broken down. The stereotypes are being broken down, and we're now just waking up.
Waking up, standing up, and rising up. Yes. Good word.
Yeah.
So what's next for Marla? I mean, you've got a lot. I know you have a new song, and we're going to share it with our listeners soon. But what's next? New music, new tours, shows, more collaborations, all-girl collaborations. I'm speaking that into being.
I've definitely got some more ideas. I've just finished my new EP, Please Don't Stop the Music. I haven't confirmed a date. I want to put that out yet because there's so much more creative juices flowing in me. So there's a lot more There's a lot more that I want to paint and articulate with this project before I launch it. I've just launched the video for my new single, Hello. I'm actually heading to Fort Lauderdale next month in July. I've got a show, Blue Martini, in how do you say it?
At the Galleria.
On the 23rd. I'm heading your way soon. And then I'm heading to LA. So I'm just doing some promo runs for Hello. And then I head back to Europe again for promo. And then once I've launched the EP, I have got some really good collaborations on there. I won't let the secret out yet. I want it to be a surprise, but it's really nice. The new project is more of like a Afrobeat reggae fusion because I now want to incorporate my dancing into my project. So a lot of the videos is going to have a lot of choreography. A lot of people from my dance company and brother-sister dance companies as well. I'm going to be back in the theatre as well with my dance company in October. But that's we sadly lost one of our brothers, our dance brothers, to suicide. So we're putting on a performance. So I'm going through a lot of emotions at the minute. However, I want to use that as fuel to really get the creative juices flowing out of me and to showcase to everyone, because it's more than just releasing singles and touring. This is me, you know. I'm giving you my all and in real time as well. So I just want to be honest, and at the same time, music is when you're most vulnerable. So I want people to really engage and appreciate it. I don't want to rush anything, but it's exciting. What I've got coming is really exciting, and the visuals and yeah.
It sounds very exciting, and I mean, I've seen the Hello video, and it's absolutely adorable, and I cannot wait to see the dance moves engaged. And you know, I just want to salute you and your company for taking on the very important discussion, dialogue, exposure around suicide and, you know, mental wellness. And it's not an easy road in my Bujubanton voice, but it's so necessary, and particularly in communities of color all over the world where we tend to not talk about mental wellness, or we don't talk about it in ways that we should. So thank you, Marla, for, you know, for taking that on as part of your repertoire and experiences.
Definitely, without a doubt. Oh, and also, and then it's Dad's anniversary, July 1st. Oh, actually, pause. Take that out because this comes out after, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
tell me, what were you going to say? Mm-hmm.
No, I was going to say because the 1st of July marks my dad's anniversary, 20-year anniversary. Mm-hmm. So I'll be doing a lot of promo about my dad's legacy. I do want to put another tribute album together because we remember